Oui, oui. Bonjour, welcome to a taste of Paris. Today's dish, beef bourguignon, also known as beef Burgundy. So sit down and be our guest. Be our guest. Dun 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 dun. So first things first, guys, we have our 6 ounces of bacon. We're gonna roughly chop that and render all the fat out in that bacon until it's golden brown and crispy. Then we're gonna remove the bacon and leave the fat in there. After that, we're gonna cut up our beef brisket or beef roast. You're gonna cut it in 2-inch chunks. Once you have that, throw it into the beef fat and sear that till it's golden brown. Okay, so once the beef is cut, you're gonna remove it from the pan. Now you're gonna dice 1 carrot and 1 white onion and also dice some garlic as well. You're gonna add the carrot and the onion into the beef fat. Now slow down, before you guys get upset. I know in every French dish there is a classic mirepoix, which is derived from carrots, onions, and celery. But in this case, this recipe is derived from Julia Child. Shout out to her. So I just used a little bit of carrots and onions. Now, once your carrots and onions are soft, you're gonna begin to add in your garlic. And once that's soft, you're gonna season that with about a pinch of salt and some pepper, of course. The veggies are looking brown and caramelized and oh so soft. You're gonna re-add your bacon and re-add your seared beef. Then you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of flour and mix all together until the flour cooks off and you have this lovely brown color. Here's the important part. Usually, they use the Bordeaux wine, which is very important and high in flavor. But since I'm not in France and I didn't have the time, I bought a nice Pinot Noir, which also works great. Back to the pot, we're gonna add our 12 small cipollini onions or pearl onions. Don't have 12, use 6, that's fine. Then we're gonna add 3 cups of our Pinot Noir and 2 to 3 cups of our beef stock. If you're using 2 cups of wine, you can use 3 cups of beef stock. Now, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of beef bouillon paste, or 1 beef bouillon cube. Fun fact, in this dish I did add a bouquet garni, which is comprised of parsley, thyme, and bay leaves. There's also another thing called a sachet garni, which is when you use leeks to wrap the components together. A sachet can contain any herbs that you like, but since this is a classic French dish, I had to stick with the bouquet garni. Now that's all that added. You can add a little more salt and pepper and season to your liking. And guess what? You're gonna put this baby on a low simmer and let this thing cook for 3 hours. Don't know how to make mashed potatoes? I'll teach you. Get a pot of water, add salt and vinegar, leave it to a boil, roaring boil that is. Peel some unpeeled potatoes, drop them in your water, let them cook for 45 minutes, strain the water, put them back into the pot. You're gonna add a stick of butter, 2 cups of milk, a cup of heavy cream, salt and pepper, and mash and mix vigorously. These potatoes should come out smooth and fluffy. If they come out loose, that means you did something wrong. You added probably too much milk. Back to the pot. Once those are done, you should be at at least 20 minutes by now before they're done. So in those last 20 minutes, you're gonna cut up some mushrooms, quarter them of course, add some butter, probably about 2 tablespoons of butter, mince up some garlic, add that in there too, season with salt and pepper until all the moisture is cooked out of those mushrooms. Then you're gonna add that into the pot in the last 5 minutes. And let that finish it cook, and that flavor is gonna blow your mind. On to the pista de la resistance. Add your potatoes, top them off with the beef bourguignon, put some fresh parsley on there, and look at your beautiful creation. Mwah, c'est magnifique.